Hello, Just Too Good here, reviewing one of my favorite LEGO sets of all time. This is a summer 2010 LEGO Portal to Atlantis set with 1,007 pieces, 6 minifigures, retailing for $100 when it was released back in the day. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually going to be opening this, which is the set I've always wanted. But let's see, as I use a kitchen knife to open it. Oh, there's all your pieces, including instructions with that classic win kid. Here's the set all built up, and I love the build of this so much. Let me start with the build and then do the minifigures. So here's the Portal to Atlantis. I can't believe I have this built in front of me right now. And I honestly don't think I've ever just seen a back view of this set, so this is just so strange to see. But now it's time to take a look at the close-up details in this lovely playset. And this set can be split into 3 sections where we have those 2x2s with the Technic pins at the side connecting to these parts right here. I mean, this is a dream come true. I wanted this set so much when I was younger, and now here it is, all built up in front of me. Oh my gosh. So let's start with this shark head play feature at the front. This design uses some stickers at the top where you can see 3 of them for some of those Atlantis symbols there. And the design of this has a play feature where if you open up the head, the bottom section opens up as well. It's not the smoothest play feature, but it works as intended. Like as you can see, even closing it is a little bit tougher where you'll get one closed, then maybe the right one will get stuck. But still, it's easy to just give it a little push right there. Yeah, I do wish that play feature was smoother, and that's probably the biggest problem with this set. Like, that alone is the biggest problem with the set, and that's not even a big problem at all. Oh, and I really like the look of the shark from its side, where I like the use of this piece for its eyes. And by opening it up, you can see the staircase, which leads to the upper section, almost getting to the portal there. Another thing, just logically, that doesn't really make much sense is if the head is open like that, make your minifigures travel to the top, they're gonna hit this part right here at the top roof of the mouth of the shark. And if you close it, they're gonna get knocked down. So you just kind of have to use your imagination as they pass this part to the upper level of the Portal of Atlantis set. Anyways, getting to that upper level, you have another set of stairs there. And reaching the Portal to Atlantis, this design was so cool how it incorporated, and the set included all the treasure pieces from the 2010 Atlantis sets. So you got all 5 of them, which were scattered across the sets of the January wave. And that is the turtle piece, the squid piece, the manta ray piece, the crab piece, and then right here, which is a little bit hard to see, the shark piece. And these are all held on that holding piece that was used for the Gateway of the Squid January 2010 piece. This one is key, while these are just kind of for design, where this one is actually a whole mechanism to open up the portal. All you have to do is twist it to the left, and isn't that awesome? And then if you twist it to the right, the portal closes again. I love how that works, incorporating those translucent blue bricks right there, which work so well in making it look like a whirlwind of water, whirlpool of water, really, not whirlwind, where it just opens to reveal this treasure chest right here. And what's in the treasure chest? Literally just some random gems. I kind of wish they did something a little bit more interesting for the treasure chest. I did have a clear one of these just fall and a yellow one of these just fall, but we also have a ruby and a sapphire there. And it is rather interesting to see how that treasure chest with the 2x2 jumpers is held up from the back of the set. But yeah, there's more gems throughout the set, and it's just kind of like, well, you should put maybe like a more exclusive print or something, or treasure. It just seems kind of lame to have those as the crystals, but it's not too big of a deal. For how the mechanism is built, you can see how spinning this spins this gear right here, which opens up the portal. A little bit more of that mechanism at the very back with this little Technic pin twisting in the middle. And yeah, looking at the mechanism from the back, it still looks rather beautiful, and I love how smoothly that works. For little details to point out at this portal section, I like how these pieces are used in a pearl of gold. It's a nice build to make it look so much more elegant. And then we also have incorporated tridents at the side of the build. But now it's time to explore the rest of this beautiful Portal to Atlantis build, which is a bit of abandoned Atlantis city going on over here. So you could take the staircase from the top portal design to the left right here. And I really like how there's a bit of a balcony going on with this design, where you have this railing piece just kind of at the front here, and also using some castle wall pieces where there's a staircase to get to the bottom from that top balcony area. Lots of staircases in this set in that dark red coloring. Regardless, at the very front, this is where the box shows the operator skeleton, and you could easily open up those pearly gates. Oh, that was a bit of a pun there. And then inside, we have a whip. I guess this is almost like a Colosseum or something. Maybe they're trying to think Ben-Hur or something. And then we also have some handcuffs there, which are rather modern looking handcuffs, but okay. Underneath the staircase, no secrets going on, unfortunately. At the very top of both the left and right section of this set, we have these builds of movable sharks, which are also removable. First off, I like how you can make them dance back and forth, where they're connected via not only a hinge connection, but just a Technic pin connection. So you can also move them up and down from the location they're currently in. So there's a lot of versatility there. But with that simple pin removal, you have these sharks which can go and chase the divers of this set. I like the sticker at the top, though of course that would have been cool if it's a print. You could get some movement out of the mouth there, as well as the head, which the head itself is attached via a clip connection. And then at the very back, you have another clip connection for the tail piece, which has clip connections at the end of the tail as well. We also have these fin pieces, which you can move up and down. But yeah, you get the same build on the other side of the set. The build for these mini sharks are oddly adorable. And this right section is a little bit more action-packed with its interior, where you can see some details at the bottom floor. This is what I was talking about, where they have gem pieces in this set outside of the treasure chest setting and outside of that one minifigure holding one, where yeah, those are used for the top of some potions, to be fair, it looks like right there. And also we have a frog in a glass case right there. Okay. Poor frog underwater all these billions of years. And then at the right side, wait, as if Atlantis was a billion years ago. What am I even saying? Whatever. This right side right here has a weapon rack where you have that scimitar-esque piece, as well as this trident at the right there. And just like the left section we just looked at, you could take the staircase to the balcony floor, which unlike the bottom floor, it isn't very different from its adjacent side. But finally, underneath the portal, there's actually some nice interior design. Directly underneath the portal build, there's this room right here, which has a goblet, as well as a 2x2 print for a map that was exclusively used in this set in the Atlantis Exploration HQ for 2010. Then it was eventually used for like the Flying Dutchman SpongeBob set, as well as like Ariel's 2015 Undersea Palace. Very versatile, the themes that this reached. I also really like how these center interiors use that arch piece that was introduced back in 2001, where you get 4 of them in black. Regardless, at the bottom floor, there's a bedroom. Pillows underwater. Okay. And not too much else going on beyond that bed there. But I do love how this bed looks a little bit fancy with those cone pieces in a pearl gold design. But that's it for the build. Now let's get to the minifigures. So this is the best minifigure of the set, an exclusive portal keeper. A really, really cool design here. Now, these armor pieces were exclusive to this set for 2010, but the 2011 Atlantis set brought back this helmet once, as well as this armor piece twice. So this came in the City of Atlantis and the Seabed Scavenger, which I recently did a review of. It's really weird because in that review, I didn't feature the helmet because the front of the box didn't show the helmet. So I must have lost my extra copy of this helmet piece. That really sucks. But thankfully it goes on Bricklink for like, what, $2. So I'll be fine. I'll probably just buy a second one for the Seabed Scavenger. The exclusive parts are those underneath printing where you have a really cool looking face there. And with those lovely armor pieces removed, you can see the exclusive torso and legs as well. That looks awesome. I really love this minifigure. It even has some torso printing at the back. So this summer set includes a reprint of the Squid Warrior from the Gateway of Squid $40 January set. One that's super nostalgic. So you get two of the characters from that set with Alexis Rhodes appearing here as well. This design was so interesting back then, where I believe this was the first time we had this leg piece of these tentacles, one that would be used not only later for Alien Conquest, but would be redone for characters like Ursula, where they had a kind of a different take. But I always said, yeah, it was kind of started and inspired with the Gateway of Squid minifigure. So this is a really nice reprint that didn't appear in many sets. Apparently there were like some promotional books that include this minifigure for cheap, but I never saw those on store shelves. Regardless, big rubber mask piece right here, which has some lovely printing at the side for those little suction cups. Atlantis insignia at the top right there. Very, very detailed and cool for 2010. Creepy, creepy face there. I love that design, and I always love the printing on this figure with the torso as well, which looks lovely with the blue and the orange there. And then you have, again, that leg piece, which is also a rubbery piece. And you can see how that connects to the bottom of the torso and the underside of that piece, where you can connect it kind of like the traditional Lego Squid via these little stud holes, but it's not really a solid connection. You're best off connecting it with all of those stud holes over a plate where it'll kind of stick on there, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, no back torso printing. But keep in mind, this trident piece was also introduced with the LEGO Atlantis line and was used outside of that line since. That's pretty cool as well. For the Shark Warrior, this design also came in a $10 set as well as a $25 set, the Typhoon Turbo Sub. So it wasn't particularly hard to get in 2010 LEGO Atlantis set. Still, I really love this design, especially back then, where it reminded me a bit of the Victor Crumb Shark Head from the Merpeople set. You could see some printing of the Atlantis insignia at the top of the head there. This head being a hard rubber, which kind of annoyed me back then. Wish it was a hard plastic, but now I don't really mind. And you can see how this just kind of fits over the torso rather easily. And you can see that neck hole right there. The torso printing, I always used to look at because it had like kind of a weird texturing where the printing you could kind of feel over the torso. I guess this is when Lego's printing started to get better because I got more and more used to that. But I always look at it and then just like kind of rub it to feel like the difference between the torso and the print design, where the torso printing is actually just a little bit chalkier than the material of the torso. It's hard to explain. Regardless, we do have some leg printing and even some hip printing back then, which is actually really nice of Lego. And that's it for the Shark Warrior. I absolutely love the classic skeleton with an Aqua Raiders helmet. I mean, this figure alone inspired the Lego list video of the violent Lego sets list. It's just such a dark turn to an existing Lego theme's lore, where you have the previous underwater theme, Aqua Raiders from 2007, just saying, yeah, they failed here at the Portal of Atlantis. This is one of those characters, but they're dead now. They're just a decaying corpse. Of course, it is the silly classic version, like I said, with the smiley face and the wobbly arms. But it was still such a cool detail that they included back then that added a little bit, I guess, darker themes to a Lego existing original action theme. Regardless, that print is straight from the Aqua Raiders line. That is an existing helmet. I remember this was on like Pick-a-Brick for quite a bit, where they just overproduced this helmet, I guess. But you can see that printing at the very top. And of course, they have a little emerald as a gem right there. The character Axel came in quite a few LEGO Atlantis 2010 sets. This version is exclusive for his build, where we have these lights attached at the back via Technic pins, and you can move those up and down very easily. That's kind of fun to mess around with. Regardless, this design also has a camera, I guess an underwater camera for taking pictures of the Portal of Atlantis. Then underneath, same torso printing and legs you'll get throughout all of the diver minifigures of this set, unless you count the operator skeleton. At the back, you do have some different torso printing and a screaming face. Samantha Rhodes is the same version from the Gateway of the Squid set. This design has a reprint of the 2009 Drawbridge Defense Princess face, which that's one of my favorite sets of all time. Anyways, at the back, we do have an alternate face where she looks kind of ticked off. The minifigure for Ace Speedman, once again, uses that torso and legs that we've seen with the other divers. This design, though, uses a face print that appeared in a couple 2010 and even the City of Atlantis set. I really wish they would have used that for like a pirate minifigure because that is rather perfect. The build for Ace Speedman in this set is an exclusive build where they didn't use this in any of the other sets, or we do have this propeller build at the back, which is a connection via a Technic pin, and you can move that up and down where that's just connected at the bottom right here. And yeah, a little bit of a loose connection, not only with the Technic pin, but also with, as you saw, that bottom part. But still, I like what they were going for here with the adjustable turbine design to really make this guy live up to his name of Ace Speedman. Fun fact, the unboxing segment of this was filmed in August 2021. So I have since lost the extra instructions, well, not extra, but the second book of instructions. I had to build this digitally, or finish building it digitally. So this one in particular doesn't have any ads for the other sets, but it is super nostalgic to see the Max minifigure as an ad for the LEGO Club magazine. Rest in peace, LEGO Club magazine. It's honestly a dream come true to have this built in front of me. I wanted this for so long, but to have it live up to the hype, it's just such an amazing X tier that feels uncomparable to any other set, except like that one Ninjago set that felt like it was a ripoff of this set, and that lacked the coolest design, which is the Portal. The Portal is a lovely mix of translucent blue, that pearl gold, black, and dark red color scheme that persists throughout this set. And the play feature to open up the portal is so smooth and just so fun to play around with. I also love how the set included all the treasure pieces instead of LEGO going like, oh, well, you need to buy all the other sets to get all the other treasure pieces. That was really kind of LEGO to put all in this set. The design of the shark head at the front is also really awesome. That play feature may not be as smooth, and that's probably one of the bigger problems of the set, but that doesn't even feel like it's such a huge problem in the grand scheme of things. I also wish the set had a bit of a more detailed interior, because its symmetrical exterior is so interesting to look at with all the details that bring out that underwater feel. And then the minifigures included are also just a great selection of the 2010 Atlantis minifigures, where you get various species here, and then an exclusive character with the Portal Keeper, a lovely minifigure. And I love the armor on that figure, which was thankfully reprinted in some sets in 2011. I also love the little removable sharks. If all things considered, I'd give this set a very strong 8 out of 10. I love this set. Let me know, am I being too easy on this set, or do you love it just as much in the comments below? In which 2010 sets you had great memories of wanting but not getting? Subscribe for more old LEGO reviews, like retro reviews like this one. Check out the playlist of old LEGO reviews, and also expect some cool list videos and LEGO news. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.